Drunk Rasslin Lounge. Guys, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. We're still alive.
We are still alive. I wasn't
Against
sure.
all odds.
Against all odds. Man, but Jones, we made it. We survived. Halloween Havoc 1989. What are some of your memories of Halloween Havoc 1989? Because I remember...
They're not my memories, per se. They're on video, though, so I guess they happened?
Yeah. Man. We
remember the first part.
we really represented the brand.
Yeah, we did.
Last week.
Yep. Made our parents proud, and everybody who knows us proud, and we're pretty proud of what we brought you guys.
I am.
I hope we informed your fandom a little bit, and we brought some extra oomph to that Halloween Havoc 89 card for you. Is that 89? Is that even 89, right?
89, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. Because tonight we're doing Halloween Havoc 1990, and it was the year before, so that was year one. This is year two.
You're right. 30 years ago.
It's 30 years ago. Ugh. Let's not think about that.
No, okay. I take that back.
Let's. Hey, Jonesy. It's Halloween. You're not wearing a costume.
Oh.
But you know what? You get to go trick-or-treating anyway.
Oh.
So, go ahead and make your trick your treat.
Trick-or-treat. Ooh.
Trick-or-treat.
Crown Royale Vanilla.
Ah. I bet you cheated that one, didn't you? You knew what you were feeling.
Yeah, the shape's a little bit different. I was
to.
like, hey, man, that might be Crown Apple.
That's all right. I got Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple.
Whoa. Tennessee is famous for apples.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Oh, Jonesy, trick or treat. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween to you guys.
It's not bad. Might be the best Jack Daniels I've ever had. Not a huge Jack Daniels fan.
Wow. I think you just concussed yourself.
CTE.
I like that we're doing that.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to go ahead and jump into it on this All Hallows Eve. Let's see.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Halloween Havoc 1990. We are on the WWE Network. If you want to watch along, you can pull us up. We are at 00001. And we are going to start in 3, 2, and play.
Spooky. Is this the same intro? It might be.
It might be.
Hey, Wildcats.
I don't remember that far back.
We provided ourselves with liquid concussions that night.
CTE in
4 hours of Alzheimer's.
CTE in a glass. Whoa, the ghosts of
Spooky.
Stan Hansen.
Luger.
Hey, can you think of anybody you'd rather be haunted less than?
Than Stan Hansen? No.
You just find little drops of chaw everywhere. instead of ectoplasm, he leaves chaw spit.
Yeah. Stan, come on, man. This is the soda I was still drinking. That's not your spitting can. Look at Heyman. Jim Ross.
Heyman, look at Jim Ross.
I'm not even wearing a costume. I'm going to dress like a gangster because we're in Chicago. Probably.
Right. I just want to blend in.
So this is at the UIC Pavilion in Chicago. So what would you say? It's about a 6,000 seat arena?
I think so.
Yeah. So it was a long time before anybody ran the United Center in Chicago because WWF always ran Allstate.
Yep.
Oh, it's Wildfire Tommy Rich.
That's your favorite.
Hey, guys. And Ricky Morton.
Dude, look at Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton doesn't even look like Ricky Morton.
No, he doesn't. Well, this doesn't look like the Wildfire Tommy Rich we saw a few weeks back going into Barely Legal.
Man.
Because that guy was 72 years older than this guy, and that was only 7 years later.
Hey, do you think Ricky Morton had to tell him that he's Italian?
I hope so.
Is this the
I'm
precursor?
Italian. You're Italian.
I feel like he looks better.
Oh,
he was just
off
on
the promo with Daddy. Awesome. Look at Shivani.
Shivani.
Cool.
Phantom of the Shivani.
So Robert Gibson, or Joe Flaherty as we like to call him, is absent.
He's injured.
He's hurt.
He's at home on the couch.
So we had to bring in Wildfire from Georgia.
Because who else?
Well, he's in there with Ricky Morton. He's going to have to wrestle for 6 seconds.
This is going to be
the
best match Wildfire Tommy Rich ever had.
Yep.
Wait, is that Robert Gibson doing the ring announcing?
I think Ricky Morton actually looks younger here without his stupid,
without his ridiculous.
Like seriously,
for sure.
It is Robert Gibson.
He looks like a normal human.
Yeah.
It's either Robert Gibson or Joe Flaherty on the ring announce.
Sizzler, shooter, my treat.
Hey,
here we go. The Midnights.
The Midnights. We won't stand. That's definitely Stan Lane.
Stan Lane.
So we don't sound as stupid.
We were
this
wrong
time.
last time.
Were we wrong? Because I like looking.
Well, you corrected me.
Seeing Stan Lane here, I almost feel like I don't remember what.
I called him Dennis Condrey.
Dennis Condrey.
Right away.
Right, we called him Dennis Condrey for a long time.
Yeah, and Stan Lane looks like a tiny Lex Luger. I mean, in the face.
Yes,
face
for sure.
Bobby Eaton. Gosh,
they're definitely the heels here. Feels natural.
Man,
feels right now.
Cornette really mailed it in on his tennis racket in this era. Like, it used to be gold sequin cover. Now it's just Spalding. Like, he picked that up at the sporting goods store on his way to the arena.
He probably did.
Man, we're going to have to watch it sometime. I recently watched Starrcade 86, that scaffold match.
Mm-hmm. Brutal? That's the one where he falls off, right?
It's the Midnights and Road Warriors.
Yep.
And, yeah, he gets chased up there and falls off at the end. And I think Big Bubba was supposed to catch him.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It is so, like, as soon as he hits, you're like,
yeah. I don't know if
he starts just, wailing right away because you can tell it hurt.
I don't know if I've ever seen that match. I've definitely seen that clip before.
I know it's going to be hard to believe. They're on a scaffold 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Match isn't good. I know. Isn't that weird? Even with Bobby Eaton in it, still not good.
Even with Bobby Eaton in it. Eaton's mullet is much less luxurious here.
Yeah.
Remember 89 is like down to his waist.
Oh, dude. It was
bright.
glorious.
It's almost a little dingy here and kind of ratty.
Like when you used to, back in the 80s when you could get your, mullet guy calendar, a different mullet guy every month. Like, there was one year where it was just Bobby Eaton every month.
Just Bobby Eaton.
Yeah.
It was 89.
Yeah.
It was 89.
He was January through December. They didn't have time for anybody else. How many times did these guys go at it,
Oh, dude. Do you think they even wanted to let Stan Lane or Tommy Rich in the ring? They're like, can you and me just... We can sleep through this match.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk.
Right.
We don't even need to look at each other. I can just listen to your footsteps and know what's going to happen. Like,
yep.
I mean...
Stiff lockup.
Nice Beal.
I hate that word. Beal.
Beal
out of the corner. What is that? That's not a... Of all the things. Of all the wrestling moves.
Are you missing Gordon Soley this week?
No, because I wore Gordon Soley out, and he's been haunting me the last 2 weeks. So
well, that's what you get for doing it in October.
I'm going to give him a break.
That's what you get for doing it in October.
At least until I get a little deeper in. Oh man.
Bobby Eaton's gear, man, just was always this hodgepodge of stuff, too. Like, those guys always matched and stuff, but it's always like they just took the remnants of spandex that were left over and like, yeah, go ahead and make me that one.
For real.
Like, it always just looks so off.
Just what do you got? There's no way.
We got this gray with purple rainbow stripes. Okay,
right.
We'll take that.
There is no way that Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane were like, I want to order some gear. I was thinking like it's kind of silvery gray, but like a real light, not like a gunmetal or anything, like a real light silver.
Sparkly? Yeah, sparkly.
with like a rainbow diagonal across the ass.
The crisscross.
Look at these guys go, man.
Oh, man.
You don't see wrestling like this anymore.
Nope.
Because it's all got to be reversals now. You know, you wouldn't see guys just working the ropes like that. It's all got to be, you know, there are plenty of fast spots, but it's got to be reversals and a lucha shoot off, and here's a roll, and I'm gonna do this cartwheel into a elbow drop, you know, back handspring, whatever else. Like, you don't see guys just working the ropes anymore.
Nope, definitely not. Like you watch some of this tag stuff back in the day with these two tag teams. I mean, specifically Midnights and Rock and Roll, and then Arn and Tully and the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs. Like that era of tag team wrestling. My God.
Yeah.
We had no clue how good we had it. And, like, it makes more sense to me now, like, why tag wrestling didn't come back, like, in the 90s. Like, I know it was always because Vince hated it, you know, or whatever, but, like...
Who was going to do it?
Right. You know, I mean, you weren't going to get here anymore. And, you know, and the other thing is, like, the Midnights, right?
Right.
You always had to pay them and Cornette. That's 3 tabs right there that you had to pay. Like, I get that, but they got booked for 12 years, you know? Like,
right.
It's not... You know.
Well, and you know, you pull it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see. I know exactly what you're saying, and I definitely agree. I think I think it's a function. Two things, right? One, back in the day, you had a lot of tag teams, like in this, like prior to this era, even you had a lot of tag teams because it took some wear and tear off.
Yeah.
You know, if you only had to wrestle a fourth of a match, that was, you know, less bumps, less work, made it easier out there. But man, it is tough. So, well, what I was going to say, you know, so I think a lot of guys were more willing to do it back then. You know, as the business went on and as Hulk Hogan became the biggest thing in the world, you know, everybody wanted to be a single, and that was where the money was at. You know, never mind Vince's feelings.
Right.
I know that was a thing for our era. Is like there was nobody who really wanted to be.
I'm not sure what that was.
Like it. that was a big stomp off the top rope to the outside, bro. What do you mean you don't know?
I think he hit him like this.
No, I mean, well, what it was supposed to be and what it was.
I can see that, but
like I mean, no, in our era coming up, nobody wanted to be tag teams because everybody wanted to have their own thing and do a singles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was part.
Everybody wanted to be Stone Cold or Goldberg.
Yeah, you know, and that was part of the. You know, the leadership. I mean, not the leadership of the business, I guess. You know, because tag teams weren't a big thing at you know, WWE, and that's where all of it was.
Yep.
You know, and they even hadn't really, even though the Outsiders were a big part of the Monday Night Wars. They weren't really. They didn't ignite the tag division.
Well, look at, and all other tag teams produced big single stars, right? So Booker T and Scott Steiner came out of the two biggest tag teams that were left in WCW at the end there. And
they were broken up right away.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Like they didn't make it past 97, 98, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it kind of faded a ton, and like the wear and tear thing's a big point too, like in this era, because you were working 6 days a week.
Right.
Sometimes 2 shows a day. And yeah, you know, you don't have to bump as much.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say about our time and like the area we're in and a smaller indie scene and stuff is like finding a reliable tag partner is not easy. Like you've had one for a lot of years who's like your best friend.
Yep.
I mean, I had 2 tag runs with guys that were pretty unreliable.
Yeah.
You know, like, and so eventually I was like, I just want to be.
Yeah. You don't want to count on somebody else. And, you know, that was going to be my other kind of point like that. A little, you know, less on the reliability, which you're absolutely right is totally a thing. But also really finding that chemistry where with somebody where you have the same amount of fun as a tag team. You know what I mean? Like, that's not an easy thing to do.
God, that knee drop is great.
Yeah, dude. That looked like he totally dropped the knee, but like Bobby Eaton totally dropped the knee, but it definitely, like, I don't know, it looked nasty, and it was almost more like a splash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was a crazy.
He did that as a finish off the top a lot, and it looked great.
Why is Stan Lane dancing? Get a Stan.
Because he's Sweet Stan Lane. That's a great jackknife, though.
Dude, I don't know. Man.
Stan Lane looks green. Did he look this green
he always looked this green, man. That's the thing. You know what? Like seeing Stan Lane here, I almost wonder if it wasn't Dennis Condrey at 89, because I feel like
I don't think it was.
I think we decided that night that it wasn't, but
I think I looked it up.
Looking back, maybe, I don't know. I always thought Stan Lane looked not good, and I've never understood why Cornette. I mean, I know why Cornette's so big on him because they're buddies and they did so much together, and cool, good for them, and he wasn't bad. There's many.
Well, he kept.
There's many who are very worse than Stan Lane, but I always thought Stan Lane looked sloppy, rough, green.
Yeah.
Green. I guess green is the best way to put it. He looks inexperienced.
He's got a good look and he's athletic, but he looks green and sloppy, like you said. But he used Stan Lane tagged with Tom Pritchard, like before it was Jimmy Del Rey and Tom Pritchard. I think.
Did he?
I think so. So like he had some longevity, and I'm sure he continued to improve. I mean, I don't know how you could be in there.
Oh, was that the Heavenly Bodies?
I think they were the first Heavenly Bodies. And
Stan Lane, and
Dr. Tom, and then it was Dr. Tom and Jimmy Del Rey.
I don't think I knew that.
I think that's right. Oh,
I just threw it. What happened?
what is he doing?
Are they doing like an early Guerrero?
I think so.
Because he threw him to the outside and then laid down. Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns.
Stan Lane threw Ricky Morton to the outside, and then Stan Lane laid down.
Yeah. That's another Hurricane Rana.
Hurricane Rana.
Not.
What's Bobby Eaton just laying there
Get him.
bitching? Dude, Cornette looks 15 years old.
He still doesn't look 59, which it's stupid that he's only 59 years old now. But you still see him now, and you're like, yeah, that guy's 42.
Some guys just age well, man.
No, and it's like we saw, we'll see Arn Anderson later. He was born 40 years old.
47.
And he's still 47.
A little heavier.
Arn Anderson retired at 38, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Bananas.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
He looked 57 when he retired.
You thought he was as old as Flair.
Yeah.
He was way younger than Flair. I mean, like 6 or 7 years younger than him.
There's no way that's possible. Flair's been 70 since. Flair's been 70 since 63.
No, he was just in a plane crash and he turned 70 that day.
Gotcha. Wow.
I'll do that to you. Yeah.
Look at that dude. Leg drop by Bobby Eaton.
Those bumps
dude.
Those bumps on his ass and on his knee off the top, dude. Whew, boy. That stuff
flew.
That stuff will cut your career short.
Man,
that was a great leg drop.
That was a great leg drop. That was better than Booker T.
I always think Bobby Eaton's one of those like super underrated guys, but he's only an excellent wrestler. Like there's nothing else about him.
For sure, he's got no body, he's got no look.
So it's always been this thing where it's like, yeah, he's underrated. It's like I think everybody talks really well about Bobby Eaton. Yeah. I don't think he's underrated. I think he is. I think he's considered
right where he needs to be.
As great as he is, man. Like one of those guys that you'd trust to go out there and just go and go and go, right?
Yes. I agree.
But he's not going to cut a promo. He's not going to show you much emotion. Well,
nope, he's just a good mechanic. He's
Ricky
great.
Morton
He's
just
great
put himself into position to get cut off by Stan Lane because I think Stan Lane forgot.
Well,
here we're going back to this knee drop.
Stan Lane throwing him.
The last time he just grabbed.
Oh! Ricky Morton gets the knees up on Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton is one of those guys. He's great in a tag team with a manager. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not. That sounds.
No, he never would have won a singles championship. I don't think. Tommy Rich, House
Oh, he
of
did
Fire.
though, didn't he?
Well, he
was the TV champ.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one?
And that was the.
Isn't that the one he dropped to Stone Cold?
That was the Workers' Championship, right? So that was like the
Yep.
you know.
But that was also, you know, it's also that thing too. He had years and years and years established as one of the Midnights.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
People knew, like, he had that rub. Yeah, he had.
WCW still Southern then or
Yep.
whatever, but
He had that rub. He had that name. So
oh, racket shot.
Tommy Wildfire Rich.
He's Italian.
Who?
Hey, Stan Lane, you should probably cover him.
Hey, also for sure, he's been in this match 3 seconds of this match.
Yeah. What is going on?
Who is that?
I don't even know.
Why are they? What are they?
Are those
are
like
they
Jim
dressed?
Cornette super fans or something? What's
They got to be out there making fun of Jim Cornette, right? That's not?
Oh!
Is that the?
Racket shot from Tommy Rich. To Stan Lane, that's it.
I don't even know. I don't know who the Fabulous Ones are. Is that the Fabulous Ones?
I don't know.
I think of the Fabulous Ones as two dudes with mullets. Like, what are they, dude? That was some kind of.
What a finish.
Oh,
Nick Patrick.
so I think Wildfire Tommy Rich. We made that joke, and then I think Wildfire Tommy Rich threw exactly 3 punches, and then got smacked off the top rope.
No,
there.
yeah, he threw the fire up punches, and then he got hit going to the top rope with the racket. Here comes Sting to talk to the Phantom of the Opera.
Stinger.
So we watched this interview beforehand, and this is hot
Dude, I'm
nonsense.
so excited.
He went out there with no plan.
Hey, so well, I mean, you know, who
Oh,
needs
he
a plan for a promo? Whether he had a plan or not, I mean, he just goes out there and hoots and hollers like that's all wrestling was back then.
That's true.
But and do you feel like he's got kind of like I was just thinking of this. I feel like he cuts promos a lot like Roddy Piper. I feel like the shouting and the cadence and kind of the body language is similar. When Roddy Piper is kind of doing the fired up face,
he'll go low high on that on his. He'll come down here and then
right,
he kind of does do that. Like,
yeah.
I think that era though coming up, like if you were a body guy, Sting, like, and somebody's like, hey, you need to learn how to talk because you're going to be super over. They're like, here's a tape of
Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Just learn this guy
for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, we can pretty much assume Roddy Piper never went out there with a plan either because he would meander a lot too.
Yeah.
And this
nobody went out there with plans back then. Plans are a new thing, bro.
Well, I mean, okay. What? Is that the Undertaker?
No. It's the Black Scorpion.
Oh!
Sting. He's come to show. Look,
you can't just kidnap women.
The Black Scorpion is kidnapping a woman.
He's gonna
show Sting some of his black magic.
Where's that Doug Dillinger guy?
Doug Dillinger.
Doug.
Hey, why are you guys holding? Why are the referees holding Sting back?
That guy just
he's trying to rescue a woman, but the referees are holding him back. Don't listen to the referees, Sting. There he goes.
Get in there.
Sting runs through. Oh, there's where'd he go? The Black Scorpion just vanished.
Oh, there's Pyro over here.
He killed that poor woman.
He just appeared.
You want to appear and disappear? I can make you appear and disappear by 6 o'clock tonight with nail polish.
Oh, she jumped right into Sting's arms.
Oh, she's mad though. She got mad at Sting.
Where were you?
I almost feel like
that was something.
This is amazing. Thank you, Black Scorpion.
So Black Scorpion started doing teleportation way before the Fiend Bray Wyatt
or Matt Hardy. Bro. And what about Jim Ross having to react to that? Makes you feel not so bad for Jim Ross being on AEW nowadays.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like this is whole. So Jim Ross just had like a nice break. Like he got to do this, and then he had a nice break at WWE for the Attitude Era, and then he had to go back to AEW.
Hey. Yeah. Oh, I got to call a Orange Cassidy match. Okay, and react to this. Did you see that phone Paul Heyman had?
No, the cell phone.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cell phone. He took it from his mom's wall. It's a
Just
cordless phone. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you
100%.
couldn't expect him to actually the Renegade Warriors.
Turner
Look at these guys.
Couldn't afford.
I was
cell
gonna
phones
say.
back
I was
then.
gonna say. I mean, not for Paul E to break.
No, they definitely wouldn't have given Paul E one. They're going to give anything. Paul E, don't sell this one. Okay, you got it.
This was the era of the Zach Morris phone. Those cost what, $75,000 a piece, I think.
Yeah. Also, like a kidney too. You had to.
You have to leave a kidney on deposit.
Yep.
Who's this?
These.
Oh, the Freebirds.
Oh yeah.
Woo! It's been a bad year for Jimmy Garvin.
Holy
wow.
Hell. Who's the guy behind him?
Screaming Norman Smiley, probably. Dude.
Jimmy Garvin.
What happened to Jimmy Garvin in 1990? This is a bad year for Jimmy Garvin.
What's going on here? That's not Precious, is it?
I'm going to gain 15 pounds in my face.
Precious looks different, too.
Precious looks way different.
Michael P.S. Hayes looks the same.
Oh, man. Of course Jimmy. He does.
I don't think the face paint's doing him any good either.
Oh, it's definitely not. Man, he put on. Wow, dude. Maybe it hasn't been a bad year. Maybe it was just a really good year. Made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Fucking ate everything he could.
Yeah.
Rented a suite at the Sizzler.
Bad Street USA. All right. So the Freebirds are baby faces. They got a guy with a cane with them and tassels, and I don't know what's going on.
Are they baby faces? You don't think the Renegade Warriors are the baby faces?
I don't know, man.
Is the crowd popping for them?
The crowd went.
There's no way. There's no way.
The crowd was into them.
There is no way Michael Hayes was ever a face.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Is that that Joe Youngblood guy from Nitro years later?
Years later?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Okay, fine.
Joe Youngblood? Wasn't that Ricky Steamboat's tag partner?
Oh, maybe it was.
I don't think either of those are Joe Youngblood.
I didn't catch their names.
They're Renegade Warrior. They're Renegade and Warrior.
Yes.
That'd be a bad tag team.
Yeah. Might as well be a tag team though. Look at that strut.
Hey.
Oh.
Michael Hayes might have put on a little weight too.
Oh yeah.
He's stretching those.
I don't think they
sparkly pants right now.
I don't think they lasted long in WCW.
Well, at least a year.
Well, yeah, it was a year.
Just the one.
I think when Watts got in there, they were bye-bye.
Oh, didn't Michael Hayes hated Bill Watts, didn't he?
Yeah,
didn't they have a big throwdown one time? I think you're right. I think when Watts came in, he was one of the guys that walked immediately because he wouldn't work with Bill Watts.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Now that you say that, that sounds super familiar.
Yeah. So they are working his heels, but man, were they over when they came out?
You try being in a ruckus crowd of 7,000 people and not get up for Bad Street. Bad Street. Oh, hold on, I got it. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA.
Hey man,
Bad Street in the whole USA.
I think it's time for tasting.
Oh, okay. What are we tasting,
We
Jones?
haven't done one yet.
We have not. What
We're gonna do High West whiskey, which we may have tasted once, but neither one of us remember. So I had to go get a new bottle.
We definitely. Oh man.
Well, I got real excited for a High West thing I saw today.
Yeah.
Old fashions.
Oh.
In the bottle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like a pre-mixed old fashioned cocktail. We're gonna do that.
So it's just whiskey and bitters?
Whiskey bitters, a little bit of cherry juice.
A little bit of a little bit of sweetness.
A little bit of orange and
a little
some
bit of
sugar
sweet
too, yeah. But they also had Manhattans too, which is sweet vermouth and bourbon.
Nice.
That'll.
I'm thinking, Jonesy. It might be about time to expand our. I mean, we're coming up. Can you believe it? We are coming up on a year, just a few months away. Just a few months away.
Oh yeah, we started in January.
Yeah, we started after Rumble.
Rumble 20, and then all hell broke loose in the world.
So we're just like a little over 2 months away.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Little High West bourbon. This is out of a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys from Park City, Utah. This is batch number 20A17.
It's pretty sour on the nose. It's pretty sour on the nose. I'm not getting much bourbon out. It's not super boozy, which is good. It's also not very bourbony. You know, I look for kind of those herbal tea notes.
You can't even blend bourbon and not have it smell like blended whiskey, man.
Right.
Like, honestly. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just got that kind of whiskey. Jack Daniels is where I feel like it's leaning.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's give it a shot.
Happy Halloween, brother.
You too, man.
I like it a lot better than Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's definitely better.
It's got a lot of sweetness.
Yeah, there's rubbing alcohol in there at the end too.
It's got a little burn, a little bit of that smoothest. That kind of budget burn.
Yeah. So I can taste the tea a little bit. You know, that's in there. So your bourbon notes are there, but it's not my favorite.
Definitely not my favorite. It's
not bad. Good on ice.
It's not bad.
Well, anyway.
Not bad, High West.
Going in there.
Not bad.
So,
but not good.
The Freebirds. This is the
Bad Street, Atlanta, GA.
This is the last version of the Freebirds there were. So Jimmy Garvin wasn't a Freebird until probably 1989, 88. He was a singles wrestler.
Yes.
Always really good. Had a lot of good feuds with Wahoo McDaniel and...
oh, look at those moves on Michael Hayes. Brother.
But the heyday of the Freebirds...
Hey, you know what the PS stands for?
Nope.
Purely sexy. All the ladies know it. You might not, but all the ladies know it.
That guy's bleeding black out of his nose.
Sorry.
He needs an EMT.
So, back to your thought. Final
anyway,
version.
The Freebirds' heyday was a three-man group in World Class.
Yes.
And it was Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy
Roberts.
Buddy Roberts. What happened here? Bear with us. Technical difficulties. So that was the heyday of it. They feuded with the Freebirds. All that good stuff. I don't know why this WWE Network's being a butt back here.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll put a cut in here.
That's terrible art. I didn't notice that earlier.
That Sting face?
Yeah. All right. Do you want me to...
No, just leave it where it's at.
Right there. You want to slap or anything?
No, I'll cut it, but I'm going to give him a timestamp. So, go ahead and let it play. Just at 30. All right, folks, we had a little bit of technical difficulty there. We are at the timestamp 30 something. Oh, goodness. 3013. That's where we're at right now, 3013. If you want to try and catch back up to us, or we're probably not that far off. I don't know.
No, it was just a few seconds. Little glitch in the matrix, I guess, here at the Drunk Rasslin Lounge.
They happen. I don't know how many people actually watch along with us.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
we'd love to know.
We would love to know.
Anyway, the Freebirds.
Freebirds.
Terry Bam Bam Gordy,
Buddy Roberts.
Buddy Roberts, Michael P.S. Hayes. Their heyday was in World Class Championship Wrestling in Texas, the Texas territory. They feuded with the Von Erichs for
7.5 years.
It seems like the entire
it was probably
decade
about
of the
6
80s.
months. It's probably about 6 months.
You're probably right about that, but that was where all their classics were.
That's where they made their name. That's where that was one of those times where that's kind of what brought that whole promotion to life.
Yeah.
It was, they had a lot of other guys going on there at the time. Iceman King Parsons and Gino Hernandez was around that time.
Then,
Gentleman Chris Adams, that wasn't the only thing going on, but it was definitely it was the blasting cap.
Yeah. And they went everywhere. They went to absolutely every territory. They wrestled in Memphis. They wrestled in Georgia. They wrestled in Florida. I think they wrestled Mid-South.
Well, that was that early.
Yeah.
That was that early. They were one of the. But that's also like it's a regional thing that has bled over into the indies. Like sometimes there's a match that gets the kind of buzz that all of a sudden everybody wants to book that match. CM Punk and Colt Cabana, CM Punk and Chris Hero, not Chris Daniels, Bryan Danielson and Loki. Like these matches that just made the circuit all the way around.
But I guess what I was getting to is everywhere these guys went, they were top heels right away. They were brought in as top heels because they knew they would get over.
Yep.
I was reading about Jimmy Garvin the other night, and I had completely forgot this story, but the Freebirds minus Jimmy Garvin went to WWF in 1986 and lasted 3 days.
Oh, yeah?
Because they showed up to every house show drunk.
They can't have been the only ones.
Well, no. In that era, no. But I was like, wow. So they must really have hated Southerners.
Do you know how drunk you got to be to stand out as the drunk one in the WWE locker room in the mid-'80s?
That's what I mean.
The early 80s.
Well, so all I'm thinking is I bet by blood alcohol content, they weren't as drunk as Andre, but nobody was going to say a damn word to Andre.
Right.
Terry Gordy, I always thought was kind of an underrated wrestler. Big guy who was really the workhorse of the Freebirds.
Right.
Hayes would just go in there and bump a lot and do the talking and the strutting, and then Gordy was the meat of the matches a lot.
Well, Buddy. He really was if you watch some of those, and I would love to see. I don't know what WCCW they have on the network, but I wouldn't mind doing if they had any kind of circuit we could do for that. I would love to go back and watch some of the Freebird stuff from that era.
Yeah.
You called Terry Gordy the workhorse. I really feel like Buddy Roberts was probably the workhorse, but Terry Gordy was the guy who made the matches good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the other way around. I think Buddy Roberts was in there taking all the bumps.
Yes.
Buddy Roberts was doing all the work. But Terry Gordy was he was a big man. He was an athletic, bumping big man.
Yeah.
Before that was a thing,
He had a huge career in Japan.
Yeah.
Most of his career was in Japan, honestly. Right. That's where he spent most of his career.
And he would work. He was exciting. He'd take bumps even though he was a big guy. And you couldn't really, you didn't see that. I mean, WWF and WWF were companies of big men where they took 3 bumps.
Yes.
You know what I mean? 3 bumps a match.
If you were Hogan sized or bigger, you were supposed to work like a giant.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to work big.
Mm-hmm. And Terry Bam Bam Gordy didn't do that. He was working. He was bumping, and not even and it didn't. It wasn't superfluous. Dude, this match. I don't want to call this match garbage. This is what did Terry Gordy?
No,
Jimmy Garvin.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garvin just ran in and stopped so that the Renegade Warrior could punch him. Like,
no, he hit the ropes and punched. Well, could have driven a truck through that gap.
man, what are you talking about? He kicked him right in the face.
Oof.
Clothesline. I guess he was mad that he made the tag, but still, I feel like you wouldn't just stop and be like, "Oh no!"
No, go ahead and get a head of steam and hit those ropes.
Here we go. 10 count by the Renegade Warriors. Oh, hey, the Black Freebird is back up on the apron. Who is that guy, man?
Baby doll.
It's not
Precious.
Oh goodness.
She went through some shit, dude.
He's got what's it say on his tights? He's got a name on his tights.
Rock and roll,
Rockle, Rocky.
He came to the ring with his knee wrapped and using a cane. Now
I don't know.
Got.
He's distracting one of the Renegade Warriors.
Brady Anderson is the referee.
Randy Anderson. Brady Anderson.
Brady Anderson.
Get your shit together.
Randy Anderson.
Get your shit together, Yones.
Sorry, buddy. He's got face paint on too.
Well,
Good job, Precious.
And his face paint is like warrior face paint. It's like, hey, Michael Hayes is mad. He's out.
He's out, dude.
Oh, that match. He's mad because that match was garbage. He did not help things. Like Michael Hayes was not in there trying to carry that match for him to be mad.
No.
You know, like as a guy who's been doing this 20 years, like sometimes you get out there and you're trying to hold a match together and you can't and you come back mad. Like that's the only time.
I feel like they had that finish screwed up too, and he had to go back in to cheat to win. But I don't know. Oh, the
Horseman, baby.
There's only 3 of them, Tony.
But they're still the 4 horsemen.
Yeah, I know.
They're not the horsemen, and there's 4 of them. They're the 4 horsemen, whether there's 2 or 3 or 7.
Okay.
Got it?
Fine.
Am I wrong here? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're just a fucking asshole.
Damn. That was a little stiff.
Actually, I don't know that you are.
That was a little stiff, Youngsy.
Here's Arn Anderson, 17 years old here.
Already balding. already balding with a 47-year beer gut. He doesn't have a gut, but
No.
he's just a thick dude.
Yeah, he's been that size forever too.
He's not that size
Well, he's
anymore.
put on a little bit of weight. Sure. It took him long enough, though. Like, honestly.
I mean, it's been gradual. He was off TV. He was off TV for so long. We don't know how long. He might have drank 3 beers. He might have retired, drank 3 beers, and popped that beer gut.
But I was thinking back to like
he finally took a deep breath. He'd just been holding it in. He came back
for 35 years.
Yeah, he came back from his retirement speech, giving Kurt Hennig not a spot, my spot.
My spot.
He came backstage and he went and just let it all unfold.
What I was thinking about was watching the Undertaker Last Ride, and they showed the Taker Flair match at Mania. That Anderson just came in and spine busted him.
Yes.
And I was like, the Anderson looks like he did 20 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So that was in like what, 2006?
That was 18.
5?
It's 18.
Oh, it was 18, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was like 2002.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that went, that's still like 6 years after
No, it
he
was
retired.
2001.
No.
No, you're right. 2002.
18,
2002.
yeah.
2002.
The Nasty Boys.
Dude.
It's time for a real fight.
The young Nasty Boys. Do they have anything else? I think I'm just going to do that. From that, like,
you know what?
I think I've put in my years of working, and now I'm just going to go out there and just punch everybody as hard as I can.
I got to tell you, like, I never liked the Nasty Boys when I was younger, and even like 20 years ago when we got smart into wrestling and stuff, like I was like, oh, these guys suck. Like, watching Nasty Boys matches now might be my greatest joys.
They're the best, dude.
Like, when they come out, I'm like, cool. And then we're watching Nitro, and it's like, oh, they get Public Enemy. This is going to be the best thing to watch all night. And look at this.
Oh,
That's
the Steiners.
So it's going to be a fist fight.
Oh,
this is great.
Dude.
How fun is this?
I'm excited. This is a good pay-per-view. WCW, man.
Scott Steiner was another one who left
I gotta
as soon
be,
as Bill Watts came in.
I got to be honest, bro. I slept on WCW for a long time,
Dude.
but like since we've been going back, so like I only knew WCW from the Monday Night Wars, and particularly like the late Monday Night Wars. You know, like I would get together with Scotty Cash, and we would flip back and forth, but we were WWE guys.
Yep.
And so like we would watch for the Hogan spot, but you know, we would pretty much, I mean, we'd watch WCW if something caught our eye, but we were watching for the Hogan spot, and we were watching Raw looking for the Hogan spot on the other channel, right?
Yep.
Okay. Man.
My God.
Jerry Skaggs with a chair shot right
Sags.
to
He should
what
be
I say, Sags. Jerry Sags with a chair shot right to the back of Scott Steiner's head, like a sniper, like he was aiming for the back of his head. It wasn't like they were in a bad position. It was like he picked up that chair and was like,
wrestle, dude.
and was like, "What is this?"
He doesn't know how to wrestle.
Oh!
He knows how to fist fight.
Jerry Sags picking Scott Steiner up. They're like on the middle rope.
Good.
He was like picking him up for a power slam. Scott Steiner turned it around but didn't, and then jumped back up and belly to belly Sags off the second rope. Like that was.
Go look at that,
dude.
Go look at that and compare that to all those kids years later when Steiner couldn't bump right, who would try to do that floating bump. Sags was not messing around. He tucked his head right away.
Yeah. And he had plenty of time. He was coming off the top
he
rope.
Knew he was going, or whether he wanted to or not. You know.
And Knobs is just brawling all over the place with Rick.
Ooh.
That's my favorite Bulldog ever. That Bulldog just went straight down. There was no running. There was no running. There was no jumping. Sags just grabbed Scott Steiner, sat down.
I think a lot of people slept on WCW at this time because it just wasn't a national thing. Like in '96, I did the flipping back and forth thing. '96 and '97, and I favored WCW at that time.
Okay.
And then in '97, it was flipping over to see the Stone Cold parts.
Yep.
And then the Bret Hart Canada Rules parts. Like
right.
That was what I flipped over for in '97.
For sure.
At '96, there was nothing to flip over for.
Yeah.
It was I'm going to watch Nitro because I'm going to get to see shit I've never seen before, where Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio get 20 minutes on TV for no reason, and it's insane stuff I've never seen before in my life. And then I'm going to get to see Chris Benoit. I'm going to get to see, the NWO, like all of that stuff. Like it was just a different.
Yeah. Well, but and I got to say though, even as I became a wrestling, so I was not like grown up a wrestling fan. Like I
thought that was it. Knobs is in with the chair shot to the back of Scott.
Turning Sags over. Nope, just get out
Nick,
of the ring, Sags.
Not Nick Patrick.
Is that it? 2. Oh! Scotty Steiner kicks out of the. That's just.
That's not him.
That's definitely not him.
That's Dave Patrick.
Dave Patrick.
Dick Patrick.
Dave Patrick. Anyway. So I was not like a fan all my life growing up type of thing. I watched a little bit when I was young because I would catch like Saturday Morning Superstars sometime, and I knew that I had friends that watched it, and I knew who Hogan was.
Right.
And then I just kind of never was really into it. Never followed it. I was fine with it. I remember being super excited for Warrior vs. Hogan at WrestleMania 6. When it finally was in Family Video, and me and my friend Stuart went and rented it and watched that.
Right.
But like so I didn't become a fan until the Monday Night Wars, and I didn't become a fan until after WrestleMania 14 14. After WrestleMania 14, and my friend Scotty Cash was like, "Bro, you gotta check it out. There's this guy, Stone Cold. Hogan's a bad guy now. Rodman wrestles." I was like, all right, cool, let's see. But then when I started wrestling, I became like I started to become a historian and started to look back as much as I could and learn everything I could. I still had like this bias against WCW. And like I went back and I watched the big stuff and saw a lot. Like I've watched a lot of WCW, but to be on some of these runs we've done and some like this show is this is a great wrestling show.
Yeah.
And some of those, I mean, when we were watching like the run of Nitros, I was like
every week.
Yeah,
every week. We're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is on TV.
Arn and Rick versus the Midnight?
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah.
You know, like for real.
It was crazy. And that's the thing about WCW, and you know, probably even going back to the Jim Crockett promotion stuff, which is harder to find now and stuff, but like it was so good for the taste of wrestling we have now compared to what we were into as kids.
Yes.
Like you can go back and watch that, and that's like our jam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
which was just going to be my next point.
Completely off my radar at the time. It was not what I saw because it was never available.
Well, and there's also you're also totally like you're. And I don't know if I'm sure non-wrestlers can kind of equate this to something in their life, whatever your hobby is, right? Mm-hmm. If you do your hobby for a long time, or if you have an artwork, a passion, whatever, if you do that for a long time, your tastes are going to change. Mm-hmm. And if you draw, maybe like you draw for a while and like you get real into like pencils and working the shading, and then maybe you're going to go through a phase where you're like, you know what, I'm really into like working with these charcoal pencils that I got and working with chunks of charcoal, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know much about drawing.
Obviously.
But like you explore different things. And I've definitely seen that with like my wrestling taste. And I'm for sure right now in a place where all this kind of old school stuff is all I want to see.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to see flips or spots. I just want to see these guys.
Well, look at how cool it was in that when Ricky Morton Rana Bobby Eaton earlier.
Right.
We hadn't seen 30 of them.
Right.
Like it was huge. It was crazy. It was awesome. You know, like it's just a different. I mean, it's hard to compare eras.
Yeah.
And it's always get off my lawn type of framing, but like seriously, like the storytelling here.
I don't think it is, because you know what, like I would enjoy, like I enjoy this, and if we go and watch some stuff in the Attitude Era, I enjoy that, and I enjoyed all the ECW stuff we were watching for different reasons. But you're gonna have to we're gonna have to get to. Like it's only the real recent stuff. Like we have only just reached an era that I can't find anything that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I think that's because this era sucks.
There's still stuff I enjoy, but it's few and far between.
It's
mostly on NXT.
Rick Steiner just took a nasty spill. I think he's out. Dude, look, I think he knocked himself out. That ain't selling. Rick Steiner never sold that well.
Nope. Oh, nice.
Oh, spike pile driver.
That was
dude.
Gorgeous,
I wanted to bring up. That this match.
Oh, he wasn't. Brian Knobbs had to break up the count.
Oh,
inadvertently, because Rick is.
Yeah,
Rick is not.
Rick could not make it. He seems to have it back now. Rick Steiner's bell was rung.
He went real slow to that chair. And
Randy Anderson ran in there to confuse the match because Rick was his bell was rung.
That's Dave. That's Dave.
Whoever.
Patrick.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dave Patrick. Dick Patrick. Now we're fighting up. I wanted to bring up a minute ago, like we talked about. Oh,
Knobbs is bleeding. Knobbs is ugly bump.
Yeah, Knobbs doesn't have a shoulder anymore. That's not Knobbs. That's Sax. That's Sax.
Yeah. For once,
Here comes Knobbs
because Steiner threw him on his head.
Dude, this match is still happening. Like I thought for sure this match was over.
Yep.
Also, this has been like a wrestling match. Like the Steiners or the Nasty Boys came out and were like, oh, real fight. And the Steiners came out and were like, oh, for real fist fight. But these guys are like working a real match. Like the Nasty Boys are doing
it started real hot.
Holds. Yeah.
And the Nasties have been doing their stuff. Like they've always been brawlers. And then, you got to go to a rest hold. It's like, well, we only know the bear hug. So
right.
You can get punched in the face 10 times or get bear hugged. And that's a rest hold. Yeah, this has been good, man. Like it's been a good tag match. And compared to earlier where Tommy Rich got in the ring for 6 seconds, like I'd take this. Like even though we got, Bobby Eaton and Ricky Morton in that match, like this is great. This has been really good.
For sure. I don't know if I agree with that actually. Okay. I might walk that back. I like this match has not been bad. It has not been bad. And I like seeing the Nasty Boys working the way they're working. And this again, this match has not been bad. This match is good. It's fine. But it's not like, oh man, I didn't know the Nasty Boys could do this kind of.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
no. That's
like, yeah. It's not like this is a total departure. It's just really cool that they're just working this actual match instead of
coming out and hitting each other with chairs, which they've done plenty.
Oh yeah,
like that's a Nasty Boys match,
right?
Like but they're also
they didn't just go
a Steiner Brothers match into this Nasty Boys match.
Yes, I mean we've seen the Nasty Boys matches we've seen 6 years from now on Nitro. They just split the screen and you watch two screens as Knobs fights one of the Public Enemy all the way through the crowd.
Rock and, the other one fights Johnny Grunge. And it's all just fist fighting.
Right, and then when they get back to the ring, there's a smudge and it's over.
Yeah, and somebody goes through a table.
Or a couple.
Yeah. And Steiner might have made the mullet calendar with that lettuce.
I mean in 90.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not in 89.
No.
Not in Eaton's year.
We already covered that. That was just called the Eaton calendar.
The Eaton.
It was just Eaton in frosted jean jackets leaning on various Camaros, too.
I mean, I feel like... various Camaros.
Which Camaro was that? That's March.
I feel like
the red one. That's
the Nasty Boys probably got their month. They got those shaved on the side mohawk mullets.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Shaved on the side, spiked on the top.
Yeah, that's a
quality,
that
mullet.
That's a quality punk rock mullet right there. Like,
yeah.
That is
and especially both of them, right? Like, they probably didn't like. Neither one of them is better than the other, but they probably.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, that's the punk rock mullet because everybody had a mullet then. Everybody had a mullet you could wear to church.
Did they get?
You couldn't wear that mullet to church.
Did they get to pose on an El Camino?
A VW bus. and
they got the door on the sides open.
Our 17 listeners under the age of 30 just shut this damn thing off too.
Hey, for real. Oh man,
why are they talking so reverently about mullets? This is trash.
Hey, we can't be more than like 3 or 4 years away from all the Zoomers all the Zoomer hipsters ironically readopting the mullet, right? That's got to be coming. They all, because right now they've all got the 70s mustache or like the curly Q mustache, right? Like so we've got to be like 4 years away from Zoomer hipsters all sporting mullets ironically.
Man,
it's got to be coming,
like,
right?
I feel like that happened and it didn't last, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just imagined that. Like I feel like there was some little quasi counterculture thing was like mullets, bro, and then a few people were like, no. Well, but mustaches are fine if you're not going near a grade school. Like you can wear those wherever you want, but like that mullet sucks, and this sucks. We're gonna do this again.
Damn.
She's FaceTiming, but we should have better connection than that. Sorry. Everybody. I want to resume.
Yeah.
Resume.
Rock your body.
Resume. I don't want it on my list.
Everybody. What are you doing, Jonesy?
Dude, I'm
what
trying,
happened?
man. I'm
happened?
doing my best here.
Rock
Lost our connection.
Your body right.
Totally lost it.
Back dream,
We went back to 1989.
It's a good year.
It is a good year.
I think.
Turn off the FaceTime! I'm going to get in trouble now.
Yes, all right.
She thought just turn it down.
Thanks. Just say thank you.
Thank you. That sounded real, right?
No. It's not even giving us the option to start.
Oh,
Here we go.
It started for us. Do you want to bring us back in?
No.
You sure?
I'm just gonna let it play. I'm gonna clip that.
54.
Where are we
Okay,
at?
whatever.
54, 58.
Yep.
We're back! Did we already see this? We haven't seen this?
No.
Okay, so this is the end of this match. Scott Steiner dumped over the top rope.
Nasty knee to the kidney.
Nasty.
Rick Steiner.
Nasty knee to the kidney. Rick Steiner, what are you doing? Is Rick Steiner just unconscious, but his body just keeps fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a gene that they have. Oh,
dude.
Jerry Sags will not turn around, and I don't care.
Yeah, Jerry Skaggs is mad right now. At least I would be. Maybe that's just a thing that happened back then. Brian Knobbs knee lifts, running knees Rick Steiner into his partner, and not in like a, hey, let's do the spot where you knee me into your partner. In like, I'm going to knee this dude in the back before he hurts my... Oh. Scott Steiner goes down hard on the outside, double body slam.
Man, oh,
we don't see the double body slam enough these days.
No. There's too many other double team moves.
You're a double team move.
I know. Yeah! Oof! Like the double trip. See?
Sags into the ring post. Big line. Oh, look at that line on
great,
Knobbs.
Man. It's great.
That might be the best bump I've ever seen Knobbs
Here comes
take.
the Frankensteiner.
Yes!
Oh!
Kinda. That was the Frankenkinder.
The Franken driver.
The Fakensteiner. The Almostin-Steiner. And the Steiners get
cool for the U.S. Tag Team Champion.
the W.
The Wubya.
Oh, attack
Okay,
already. Here we go.
Away, yeah.
Double line.
Okay.
No,
Good
let's
job.
see the attack. What are we doing? Oof. Brian Knobbs kicking. Brian Knobbs just kicked Rick Steiner right in the face. Belt shot on Scotty Steiner.
Knobbs is messed up, man.
Oh, no, not Dick Patrick.
Dick Patrick. His brother's going to come out there.
Dude.
You guys.
Brian Skaggs is not scared of Dick Patrick.
Brian Skaggs. That's their offspring.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Dude, no.
Dude,
These corner
He wouldn't have cared
posts.
if that was a spike.
These corner posts have that weird brace on them.
You okay, Rick? Who's Rick?
Yeah, for real. and the Nasty Boys just whipped Rick Steiner into this weird post, and he did not care at all.
What the fuck? Oh, my God.
Yes. He's got that fist pump, though.
Dude. Brian Knobbs went straight into the top of his head.
So?
Okay.
He didn't hurt nothing he needed.
That's true.
Brian
Oh,
Knobbs.
Scotty's
Scott
fine.
Steiner. Scotty's fine.
It's weird that Rick's not there.
Oh, Rick's hurt. He's unconscious.
Weird.
He's unconscious.
He's still out there fighting somebody.
Yeah, he's backstage fighting all the the EMTs. Every time I hear one of these Scott Steiner promos, I just I had this opinion of Scott Steiner as like, oh, Scott Steiner, Steiner brother, and then all of a sudden he became Big Papa Pump one day.
Yep.
But he was just always Big Papa Pump, and we just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, there's a popcorn
Who is
salesman.
that? Who's that popcorn salesman with
What?
with meth mouth?
He hit him with a bus tub.
Dude,
Good God Almighty!
Jerry.
Brian Knobs out of nowhere.
Yeah, Brian Knobs didn't give a fuck.
Oh, it's Jerry Sags.
Dude, Jerry Sags had meth mouth 10 years before meth was invented. What's up with that? Oh, dude, how good is this promo got to be?
I'm sure it's great. That's awesome.
Look at that cameraman with knee pads just standing back there.
Yeah, why has he got knee pads on?
Dude, he looks like he's waiting to fight somebody at Logan's Run.
Hey, there's that cordless phone again.
There is that cordless phone.
He's gonna talk on it pretty soon, I bet.
You think that reaches his mom's house?
Isn't that in like Long Island or in Chicago? I don't know how many hertz those were.
Hey,
back then.
hold on. We have not talked at all about Paul Heyman's sweet mullet.
Yeah, that's calendar worthy.
We also should bring up he doesn't let that mullet go. It just balds off.
Yes.
And then he puts it in a ponytail.
Right.
Until
and then finally he's like, okay, I'll clip the ponytail.
in 2019. Like
here we go.
here the
Horseman.
Arn and Rick. You know what, man? I get such a I don't even know how to say it. It's almost like I get feels every time I see Rick and Arn come into the ring together.
Yeah.
You know,
I could watch 24 hours of Arn Anderson wrestle.
Well, you know what? But it's not even that. I love Arn Anderson as a wrestler. Excuse me. I appreciate Ric Flair as a wrestler. I'm a Horseman fan. I love going back and watching them do Horseman stuff.
Yep.
But when Rick. You know, it's like when Rick and Arn are coming to the ring, it's almost like it gives me a little bit of, like, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like, I don't even know.
We're about to see something special.
Well, it's just like, I know they're bros.
Rush. Yeah.
I know they're bros. I know they're best friends. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have the nostalgia rush. I didn't become a fan of Rick or Arn until I was, like, a student of wrestling. So it's not like a nostalgia hit. It's like this thing of like, I know they're buddies. Okay, all right. So look at this. Look at fucking Butch Reed.
God damn.
Look at Butch Reed.
If you go out to the ring next
to
Ron Simmons and you look like the scarier motherfucker,
dude,
that's ridiculous.
That is not the same person. That was under the mask with absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. We argued we didn't argue, but we went back and forth and we waffled and we tried to figure it out and we looked at pictures, all trying to figure out because I did not feel like that was like that other motherfucker was Ron Simmons or was
Butch Reed.
Butch Reed. And looking at Butch Reed right now, that was not motherfucking Butch Reed. Man. Butch Reed did not put on 75 pounds of solid muscle in a year.
That's what, and that's what he looked like in the WWF, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gosh.
Yeah, he was
massive,
dude.
And look at how good Ron Simmons looks there, man.
How good Ron Simmons looks, dude.
It's a beast. God.
These motherfuckers. How did these guys? How did the WWF not hire these fucking guys?
Well, they had Butch Reed.
Before this, right?
Oh yeah, before this. Before this. Yeah.
Maybe he left on bad terms.
Well, I don't know. I think I remember a rumor about him no-showing something, which was probably just him saying, yeah.
Maybe he didn't want to go back. Who knows?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe the bad terms were not like, oh, Butch Reed fucked up. Maybe the bad terms were, I'm tired of working for a racist.
Yeah.
Who
I'll
knows?
go work for a different racist.
Right. Hey,
Ron Simmons was the champion for a racist.
No shit.
First black world champion, man.
No shit.
WCW. Here's the thing.
But these guys, but I mean,
think
look,
Ron
Doom
Simmons was under the radar,
Doom was made for WWE.
I agree. I totally agree. But they were also winding down tag team stuff by this time.
Yeah.
They didn't have the same, like, Bret Hart was the singles, I think, in 90?
No.
Maybe not quite
Not
90.
till like 92. It was 92. Yeah.
But they didn't have the same stable of tag teams then. They still had Demolition. They still had the Hart Foundation.
I was going to say,
Actually, LOD came in
191 in
90.
LOD?
Yeah.
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 Like, how did they not? Maybe they already had too many. Like, oh, we got Demolition, we got LOD. We don't need Doom too. Like,
here's the
although
the thing I don't know about.
They also had the Powers of Pain.
Yeah.
Who sucked?
Yeah. Here's the thing I don't know about Ron Simmons.
Okay.
I don't know where he came from. Like, by that I mean he was one of the last defensive football players to win the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
At Florida State, and that was in the mid '80s.
Okay.
I don't know where he went and learned how to wrestle. If that was all just Southern and he just came out of nowhere, then fine. But like in Jim Ross's era, his talent relations, Ron Simmons would not have gone anywhere else.
For sure.
He would have been snatched up right away.
Well, and they snatched him up pretty quick.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, he was.
Bruce Pritchard has talked about that. Like he called him every year.
Yeah.
He called him every year.
Yeah.
When he knew his contract was getting renewed. He said, "Hey, do you want to come back, or do you want to come up here?"
You want to come up? All right, so
he knew how good he was. But look at him. He's just a monster.
But he's so good, dude. Those punches look fantastic. Oh, right into that knee. Look at that. God. I love it.
That's one of the best power slams you're going to see, man.
Well, I love that Ron
Snatched
Simmons.
it out of nowhere and just, ugh.
That was Ron Simmons and Arn Anderson, and they worked right into that knee. They didn't work across the ring, and Butch Reed had to step out for that ring.
Nope.
They worked just diagonal enough right into that ring, right into Butch Reed's knee. Who is this?
Oh, that's Teddy. He slapped him.
Teddy Long slapping Ric Flair? Hold on, player.
I'd slap anybody behind those two.
Hey.
Anybody. I'd slap Andre. I'd slap The Taker. I wouldn't slap Brock Lesnar.
Would you slap Dr. Death? Steve Williams. Yeah. The answer is the answer is yes.
Probably,
I think Butch Reed or Ron Simmons could take Dr. Death.
I'm not sure about Butch Reed, but I'm sure Ron Simmons.
Also, I say that
Damn.
I say that with some hindsight bias, knowing that Bart Gunn can take Dr. Death.
Well,
so
I mean, we're not talking about 1989 Dr. Death. We're not talking about cocaine Dr. Death.
Jonesy, cocaine Dr. Death is the only Dr. Death I ever want to talk about.
I love this, man.
This is
I love
awesome.
that Ric Flair ain't scared of nothing either. Like, he just gets in there. Like, he plays his game. He just gets in there and he knows he's the best one in the ring and fucking just goes to work.
Yes.
It's that cachet he's built. Like, he's still in his 30s here. Like, it's before he went to WWF. He's on top of the world here.
In his 30s. Was Ric Flair ever in his 30s?
His 70 30s. Okay? So this is post plane crash, but like he's 71 in plane crash years.
Okay.
He's 37 in human years.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That devil's cut is.
You like that?
The shit.
Yeah. It's really good.
So good. I really like it.
I'm adding a little bit of the High West to our Infinity bottle. Yones, we're pretty full on the Infinity bottle.
We might have to get into that in November.
We're gonna have to get into that a little bit.
We got some pretty cool shit coming in November.
Super excited.
Yeah. Might have to get into the Infinity bottles.
We might be dipping into it a little bit.
Oh my God! Press slammed Arn Anderson like he was a baby weight.
With no, like it did, like I'm sure Arn Anderson assisted.
Oh yeah, he jumped for him, but he didn't have to push off.
Like right.
Oh yeah. Whew.
Good God Almighty, Ron Simmons is a beast. Look at Big Butch Reed, man. I think Butch Reed is one of those dudes. Talk about dudes who get slept on. I think Butch Reed is one of those dudes who gets.
Well, here's the deal for me. All the Butch Reed I ever watched was him working in WWF. He didn't work like this there.
No, absolutely not.
He just beat the shit out of Coco Beware every night. Like seriously,
100%.
That was all he did.
Legit. I don't know that I've seen.
He just squashed dudes.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he ever did.
I don't know that I've seen a WWE match with Butch Reed that wasn't against Coco Beware, except for against Randy Savage in the WrestleMania 4 tournament.
Yep. I saw him wrestle Tito once.
Oh.
Yeah, and he sold for Tito.
Well, he did not sell
for Coco either, but like they didn't give a shit about Coco.
He worked. So we were talking earlier about how big men worked at WWE.
God damn.
Butch Reed worked like one of the big men at WWE, and it wasn't that he wasn't or shouldn't, but that's how it worked. He walked into WWE, saw Barbarian not taking no bumps, and went, "Oh, cool! I don't have to take bumps here."
Right.
Like that's exactly what happened with Butch Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, each
took out the
nice.
The cameraman got right up,
dude.
He's a Super Bowl,
dude.
Awesome.
Ric Flair comes over the ropes the way he does, straight into that camera guy. Oh. Camera guy goes down, pops right back up to watch Doom to watch Ron Simmons go chase Ric Flair up. That camera guy gets a fucking MVP award for tonight.
Yes, he does. He gets a shot.
Hey, I might be slurring a little bit tonight, Jonesy. I'm trying to keep my fucking composure.
We will never reach last time's level, so we're fine. But we've done it before, so I don't know.
I was gonna say, bad as last week was.
We did have a way too drunk wrestling podcast once. Thanks to me.
We did. You can find that on my channel. Did we just stop talking in the middle of it and just talk about some random shit?
But, dude, you were pouring your drink. Flair chopped Simmons back to the middle of that ramp, and Simmons no-sold every chop. The whole way back, and then just made him eat shit.
Well, look at Simmons' chest.
Well, yeah.
He probably legit couldn't feel it. Damn, son.
Damn.
You gonna hit me?
Damn. These lights, man, are driving me crazy. Like, they're shooting up. Have they been doing this the whole show and I just now noticed it? So I've noticed 3 shots in this match where they're shooting straight into those lights, and it's awful.
I don't know. I haven't noticed specifically.
Too, man. I want to learn how to throw that at 40.
The Ric Flair knee drop?
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
I do. I need to learn.
I don't know, bro. You throw a pretty good knee drop.
I haven't done it for a long time.
Well, then you need to come to training and practice your knee drop.
You're not my dad.
And while you're there, you might as well fucking practice some other stuff. And I'm just throwing out.
What other stuff?
All the other wrestling stuff.
Oh.
We do a whole night of training, 3 hours. It's not just knee drops.
Oh. Well, can I just show up when the knee drops happen and then leave?
I'll call you.
Jonesy, knee drops in 5 minutes. I'm there.
Also, guys, we retired the Chivas Regal tonight. Chivas.
Big old spine buster. That's game. Ball game.
It's not. It's definitely not. Hey, look at Anderson. Fucking Ron Simmons kicked out of that with authority. Good God Almighty, dude.
Shocked Arn.
How much bigger? Like Arn Anderson.
Oof.
Arn Anderson.
And Simmons didn't even know what to do.
Listen, Arn Anderson, heater of the Four Horsemen, the enforcer, Arn Anderson, looks like a normal-sized dude in the ring with the fucking Doom.
Yeah. Well, Flair does not look small.
No.
You know, like, we always forget. Dude, has Flair shrunk a foot in the last 20 years?
Must have.
Seriously.
Must have.
I see him in the ring with
they removed 3 vertebrae.
he's out there with Orton and Drew McIntyre recently, and it's like, is he 5'7"? He was like 6'2".
Well, that's not fair. Orton and McIntyre.
I know they're
are
both
big
6'5".
dudes.
They're both 6'5" or 6.
All
You know,
right.
I understand that, but he looks tiny next to him.
Jonesy, I'm trying to retire the fucking Chivas Regal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Chivas Regal wasn't great to us, wasn't terrible to us. Thank you, Chivas. You thought I threw that shit.
Man, is that glass?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for not throwing that. You've broken enough glass here.
One time. One goddamn time.
And we're down to one of these fancy flutes. Should we do a trick-or-treat?
Do you want to do a trick-or-treat?
It's up to you, my friend.
We can do it. If you want to do another
Or should we
trick-or-treat.
do a tasting, something? I feel like... I don't know what to do with my hands.
I think
Am I
you need
just
to
drinking
just
deals?
make yourself another drink.
Okay.
Hey, you know what, Jonesy? Trick or treat. Did you get that, honey?
Take it back.
Oh, no. Too late now.
No, it's COVID. You can't give back the candy. I got
Here,
it.
we'll do a tasting of what is that? Here, give it to me.
Oh, it's wild turkey. What's she doing to us?
Where's your taster?
She's still on the FaceTime.
Give me your taster.
All right.
Well, dude, she's bored.
I understand, but my internet shouldn't be this bad either. Something's wrong. Something's WRONG wrong. Sorry for all the extra editing you're going to have to do.
It's all right.
Hey, everybody.
To be honest, I probably won't do any extra editing. I'll probably just let these parts sit in, and the fans can pause and try and catch up with us or not.
We are
catch up with
hilarious.
us. Man, I feel like, you know what? I don't know. All right, we're back now. We're at
1:15:22.
Ric Flair got Ron Simmons in the fucking figure 4.
And Simmons don't give a shit. He's yelling about it. Damn.
And we're about to do an extra tasting tonight, a trick or treat tasting with the Wild Turkey American Honey. How's it smell, Jonesy?
I'm sure awful. It smells like wild turkey and honey. It smells like shit. Y'all know what wild turkey smells like? It smells like wild
We
turkey.
got some wild turkey. I think the wild turkey's good, Jonesy.
I still have that?
Yeah, we still have some wild turkey here, and it's good, man.
Well, I didn't mean to talk shit about you.
No, it's Wild Turkey 101. You put a splash of water in it, all of a sudden it's a good bourbon. It's just the 101 comes in so hot.
Yeah, because it's flammable.
But you put a little knot in. You take a little edge off of it, and all of a sudden it becomes a nice, tasty. You know what? I'm gonna make you taste it. I think I've made you taste it twice before. I'm gonna make you taste it again. So let's do some honey here. I get the honey. Ugh.
Jonesy 1, Jaren 0.
It's got a lot of honey in it. It's like
I love this spot, man. Look at this. Fighting him to the mat. He grabbed the
pronouns, pal.
Arn Anderson grabbed the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Tried to pin him.
Oh!
Simmons fought right out of it, powered out of it. On a big man. And then, what a great spot, dude. What a great spot.
It's a good spot. And now is Simmons gonna be able to get past him? I like
Here's this thing too. I don't know how much
I like that Simmons and Butch Reed have just become Doom to me. Like that's just their name.
Yeah.
I'm like Doom doing this.
Doom 1, Doom 2.
Also, who would have expected Doom to play the faces here?
Well,
I mean, anybody who knows anything about wrestling, but also...
honestly, to start the match, because they came out with a manager, and because of the legacy, but this is in Chicago, this is not in the South,
Hey, look at
if they were in North Carolina, this crowd would have been different, man.
Hold on though.
What a deal.
Look at Butch Reed not able to make that tag, and he didn't have to T-Rex arm him.
He
just missed the tag. That's a good ass worker, man.
Yeah.
Good job, Butch Reed.
I was about to say this.
I think Butch Reed must be one of the guys that gets fucking slept on.
Well, I bet he is, man.
Did we say that? We said that 5 minutes ago did not finish the thought.
No, but I bet he is. I was about to say, like, Ron Simmons is basically a rookie.
Yes.
And look at the ringer he's been put through.
Jesus.
Sunset flip.
Flip.
Perfect sunset flip.
700 pounds of solid muscle.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons does a perfect sunset flip.
150 pounds at each pec.
Trick or treat, Jonesy.
Trick or treat, brother.
Ugh. That doesn't even taste like honey.
Honey stuff is the worst.
It's bad. Ugh.
I'm not even happy to be watching this match anymore.
Ugh. Here, let me help you out. All right. You've got turkey on the rocks. Now splash some water on it. All right. Now, give it a little swirl. Taste that turkey and tell me it's not a good bourbon.
I only like smoked turkey.
How's that?
It is a good bourbon.
I know it's a good bourbon.
I hate it that you're right.
You got to take the heat off of it.
Yeah.
That
well,
101.
I prefer bourbon with water, and every time I drink wild turkey in my entire life, it's been as a shot. Not even cold.
And the 101 is a shot.
Yeah.
You take that 101, and I think Butch Reed with a drop kick
got up there.
Good God Almighty!
They missed that a little bit, but
Butch Reed getting this hot tag right now. Big shoulder tackle. Ric Flair's unconscious. Who's that? That's Randy Anderson.
Yeah. We got to talk about too, like probably the age difference. I don't know how old Ron Simmons is here. I'm gonna guess he's in his late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess Butch is in his late 30s. I'm gonna guess he's Ric Flair's age.
Yeah.
He's been around the block.
Yep.
And he's working that hot tag like a Superman, dude.
Dude.
And Simmons took all that heat as a fresh guy. I don't know how long he'd been around. Like I said, I don't know where he came from.
Yeah.
I know he played college football and was one of the best of all time.
Yep.
Like, that's not even a
DDT
joke.
from Arn Anderson.
Yes. My favorite. God dang it.
Hold on. Oh, okay. All right.
God
Simmons.
dang it.
Arn Anderson dropped that DDT on Butch Reed. Simmons came back in, broke it up, and like Arn Anderson rolled over. He went for that pin. I thought they were really going to end it on like the forearm drop.
Right,
that would have been bad.
Sucked, yeah.
That would have been bad. But they didn't. Anderson came out. Now we're back into Ric Flair and Butch Reed. And man, Butch Reed belongs in the ring with Ric Flair. And you know what I mean? Like that's not a thing I feel like I would have said before this match.
No.
And I've always been
would we have said that
a
about
little
Ron
bit of a
Simmons?
Butch Reed fan.
Would we have said that about Ron Simmons 10 years later?
No.
Like, look at how promising his career is here.
Yeah, both these guys. This does not look like a match where Ric Flair and Arn Anderson are carrying a green guy and an over the hill vet. This looks like this is a tag team war between Hey, everybody listening to us right now, if you are not watching along, go watch this match. This is awesome.
And Anderson versus
Flair
and Flair and Anderson versus Doom.
Doom and Anderson. No, Doom and Anderson versus Flair.
It's the
greatest handicap match of all time. No.
Go
watch this.
Watch this DDT.
Here it comes.
Man. It's God, it's great.
Boom.
I love that DDT, dude. So good.
It's a good DDT. Slow motion did not do that. Oh, Stan Hansen, my favorite promo.
Let him out of Japan.
One of my They let him out of jail.
Legally blind. Look at his middle finger, dude. What is that on the end of his middle finger?
A pumpkin.
It's an ET. No, did you see that thing? It's the size of an ET hand. Like the
dude.
Look at all that. That's gross, man. It makes me want to throw up.
All right, real talk. You mean the chaw exploding out of his disgusting Texas mouth? Look,
Are all Texas mouths disgusting?
No, but there is a certain Texas mouth, and there is a there. Hi, ladies.
Oh hey, we didn't see you there.
Oh hey.
There's a certain Texas mouth. Like that one?
No, yes.
Fucking spittoon juice all over his chest.
No, there is a Texas mouth, and then there is a disgusting Texas mouth, and Stan Hansen has the latter. Hey, real talk. You ready for some real talk? I am such a huge Stan Hansen fan.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Stan Hansen.
I have not seen more than one Stan Hansen match.
Well, guess what?
Maybe two.
Guess what, Jonesy?
I know, this one's with Lex Luger.
No.
And Lex Luger's going to wish he was in the cage with Bruiser Brody.
I have. No, that's not. Yes, here comes Lex Luger, and he's going to regret this match. I have a best of, like I have a Stan Hansen collection from his matches in Japan, and we are
gonna watch it.
We are gonna watch it
100%
on the podcast.
It'll be a black label or a blue label or something. Like that's gonna be a deal.
Blue label.
Yeah.
That's Stan Hansen. 3 hours.
Best of Stan Hansen murdering Japanese people.
Yes.
It's gonna be like watching snuff films. We're getting canceled for that too.
Jonesy, call the action.
All right, I'm gonna do my best.
Do your best.
I need to probably get out of your way too.
You're good.
You sneak in there. All right, man. Well, Lex is not crazy about this ordeal. I'm sure about it because Stan Hansen's reputation precedes him. He's a brute. He's a bruiser. He's a bully. And, Lex is a good-looking guy. Stan jumps the bell, kicks him in his gut. Luger goes on fire. Right after him, throws that big elbow, flexes. Hansen's out of there, selling, being a pro, working a match. We got to say too, like this is not a traditional. And I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Stan Hansen matches, but this is not a traditional Japanese match for him. Like he's out there, he's playing to the crowd, he's being a monster still, he's being a mean bully and all that stuff. But like, this is not the traditional. I can just stay in this ring for 20 minutes, beating the fuck out of a person, even though I'm going to do that anyway. Doing my deal. Like this is I'm going to have to put this guy over and make him a babyface and all this.
I'm back.
Did I cover all that? Did I make up enough
Perfect.
shit?
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's beautiful.
Also, Lexus tights suck.
You don't like You don't like salmon tights, bro?
No, I don't like his salmon tights. I like him in black or navy blue.
Did he wear navy blue?
I think so.
Honestly, I remember.
Those colors are exactly the same to me. So, look, Stan Hansen's got a navy blue elbow brace and black tights, and I can't tell the difference.
All right, so
I just did.
So I became a huge Stan Hansen fan. Stan Hansen was the first guy. Like when I got into wrestling, I was Bret Hart, Rocky, Bret Hart and The Rock. Those were my guys. Those were who I tried to pattern myself after a weird kind of amalgamation. Yes, of The Rock and Bret Hart. I
can't believe we just said amalgamation at the same time.
Amalgam.
Amalgam. That's so stupid.
And I did my best. Stan Hansen was the first guy who was like a. I watched Stan Hansen and I couldn't figure out how he did it. You know, like I became a wrestler, and all of a sudden I became a student, and I would study The Rock. And, like, you know, The Rock had this charisma that I couldn't figure out, but I could watch how he worked his matches. I could watch where he worked in the playing to the crowd. I could watch, you know, I could study his promos and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I watched Bret Hart, and I could figure out I could see how Bret Hart worked his matches. I studied that to a T, right? I watched Stan Hansen, and here comes this big giant cowboy. Dude, look at those punches. Look at those. They're like backhand Batman punches to the front of his face, dude. Like, you know when a thug pops up behind Batman, you think he's about to get Batman, and Batman just like ninja punches him.
Kick-a!
Right. Stan Hansen walked up to Luger and did those in his face. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, Stan Hansen, I remember putting on Stan Hansen matches and being like somebody was like, I remember people talking about Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody, and I was like, I heard of Bruiser Brody, I feel like I recognize the name Stan Hansen, but I don't know, I've never seen a match. And then I saw some Stan Hansen matches, and I was like, look at this. Like, first of all, Stan Hansen is built like a bear.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he
looks like a high school gym teacher, dude. Like, he really does. Like, I had 3 gym teachers and 2 football coaches that were built exactly like Stan Hansen.
Yes.
And had the same mustache.
And you look at that dude, and you're like, how are you gonna hurt him?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not built. He doesn't look. I mean, he looks like the toughest guy in the bar.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. And yeah, great. Like, there are a lot of tough guys in bars I don't want to fight. Like, that's what Stan Hansen looks like. So, like, right off the bat, he looks so different, and especially, like, being a fan and a wrestler, like, through the 90s and the early 2000s when, like, it was all like all the wrestlers looked good, right?
Yeah,
there was like Umaga and then a bunch of bodybuilders.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then here's Stan Hansen, and this guy made money. And also, yeah, you know what? How is Lex Luger, how is John Cena gonna hurt a guy like Stan Hansen? They're not. They just can't.
And that's like, you see this later. JBL always had these comparisons to Stan Hansen.
Yes.
Mostly because of the finish. And JBL was stiff. Like, he worked stiff.
Yes.
He was a bully.
He was a cowboy guy.
All that stuff. He was built a little like Stan Hansen, but JBL was in way better shape than Stan Hansen was. Like,
yes.
It's not even close.
Not even comparable.
And I mean, also JBL was like 6'6", right? Like,
right.
He's huge. And I mean, Stan Hansen's a big guy.
Stan Hansen's like big.
But he's 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. But
yeah.
You know,
well, and JBL was patterning himself out of after Stan Hansen.
I'm sure, yeah.
But also JBL didn't learn how to work in Japan where guys were trying to beat him up for real.
Right.
You know? Yep. Also, it took JBL a long. I mean, JBL was
forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
To get to where he was.
Until he was with Ron Simmons.
Yes. And even then, the Acolytes were awesome.
That's when he found that deal, though. That's when he found that gear. He's like, I can bully guys,
right?
And I can whip the shit out of them.
Yes,
and that's where it's gonna be.
Man, Jonesy, ice you up.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Ice up, Jonesy, and have you some turkey. So,
turkey and cola.
Turkey and cola, man. Listen.
God Almighty.
I've been drinking some garbage. I drank the Chivas. Mm-hmm. I drank the Chivas and Coke, which was fine.
Fine.
It was fine. I had some Lord Calvert and Coke. I had some
It's not fine.
which was not fine. I had some Devil's River and Coke, which was honestly.
Oh, what a great drop kick!
When have you ever seen
almighty.
Lex Luger throw a drop kick like that?
He's pissed though. He's been punched in the face 18 times.
It's way more than 18.
Yeah, those back fists were worth 9 apiece.
Dude.
You're right.
For real.
Anyway.
How good is that, dude?
It's good stuff.
Anyway, as I was saying, I've been drinking garbage all night, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have some turkey and Coke, and like one sip, and I'm like, that's where it's at.
Bourbon. We got all this trash bourbon,
dude.
Not that Devil's Cup though. This stuff right here, guys.
Yes.
Jam sandwich.
The Devil's River is good.
Awesome. It's awesome.
You just got to drink it by itself.
Yeah, no, or with a splash.
A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Take the sweetness off.
Yep.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
We have some
really
trash up here, man.
We do, dude. That stuff's never going away. The Lawless is never going away. I don't know why you bought more Old Camp. Peach Pecan? Did we even drink this?
Yes. We did one tasting. We haven't done anything else with it.
Christ. Peach Pecan.
It's my favorite.
Who is this guy? Kevin Green.
It's Dan Spivey.
Oh, it is Dan Spivey.
Yeah, he's here to help. Dan Spivey, and he just threw the cowbell and the rope to.
He needs more cowbell.
To Stan Hansen.
He's got a fever.
Listen.
Oh, no!
I'd probably just leave. If I saw Stan Hansen holding a cowbell, winding the bull rope around his fist,
and I don't know if
I would probably just
have gauges.
I would
that's
probably
like a 77 gauge rope.
I would probably just call it a night.
That rope weighs 200 pounds.
For real.
It's that thick.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. What do you got, Luger? You've got. Oh my!
He didn't win.
No.
Oh, dude. He blew a fucking tooth or a booger out of his nose. I want to rewind so you don't miss it. Look at that thing on the mat.
I see it. I see it.
Straight out of his nose. I couldn't be more impressed. Okay, that was the finish.
That was the finish.
Dick Patrick. Okay,
oh.
well, I missed the 3 count because, man,
woo!
I was still selling that clothesline.
Listen.
Or whatever it was.
You! Hell yes, Stan Hansen. Okay.
That ref's got that.
Dan Spivey.
That blew out of his nose.
Dan Spivey comes down to the ring, grabs the bull rope with the cowbell on it, throws that into Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen grabs it. Oh, here's the replay.
Ugh.
doesn't look quite as nasty from that side.
I don't know, man.
So Stan Hansen picks up the bull rope, picks up the cowbell, wraps the rope around his fist. He's about to throw a punch.
Teddy Long.
Lex Luger backdrops him, and then Luger stalks him to get up, hits the ropes, comes for the forearm, but Stan Hansen just fucking lariats him.
Yeah. And
sadly, one of the least impressive Hansen lariats I've ever seen.
Well,
but I'm pretty.
All the other ones you've seen, a guy landed straight on his head.
Yeah, exactly my point. Luger
cut your legs out from
Luger probably doesn't even have any CTE from that one.
No.
And that's not something you can normally say about a Stan Hansen lariat.
No.
Good God Almighty.
Paul Heyman's talking to nobody because it's a fucking cordless phone.
He's got to be talking to somebody.
Okay, Dad. All right. I'm sorry for using your minutes.
I'm sorry.
And Missy Hyatt.
Missy Hyatt
Doesn't look like Missy Hyatt.
Hey, dude. Well, that's because she's got clothes
like a
on.
Secretary.
Oh, look, here
like
she
a
is.
secretary.
Hey, Missy Hyatt, why would they put a microphone in front of her? She's got the worst. She's got the most 80s voice ever. It's the most annoying thing. Missy Hyatt, I want to take my movies out because I'm Missy Hyatt. It's the worst thing ever. Why is she saying that? Oh, here comes Sid.
You call the action. I got to pee.
I got it.
Make
Dude,
sure
you always do this during the entrance.
Make sure you talk about Sid's chaps.
Okay, look at Sid's chaps. He's got some chaps on, and he's got a leather vest, and he's got blonde hair, and here comes Sid. Look at those chaps. He's got some chaps. They're assless chaps. You know what? All chaps are assless. I never understand when somebody makes the distinction. When somebody says, oh, assless chaps, they're all assless. Chaps don't have they don't have asses, they don't have crotches. They are extra legs. Like, they're just these pants and a belt. And they're like, I don't understand why anybody ever wears chaps. Oh, here comes Stinger. And this Stinger, man, short blonde hair with the face paint. This is the Stinger. And like later on he was just Sting. I know he's Sting here, but like I feel like this is the Stinger, and then when he starts just ripping off the Undertaker and doing the crow thing, then he's Sting. And this, like, he's got the flat top, the blonde flat top. Dude, what the fuck was wrong with people in like the late 80s and the early 90s?
Crow Sting's my
like
sting.
The flat top did not look good on anybody.
Crow Sting is my sting.
Nick Patrick,
Patrick,
referee in this world heavyweight championship
match. Are you complaining
match.
about the flat top when that rat tail's back there?
I'm complaining about the whole thing put together.
It's a tuft of 3 hairs.
God. Braided.
Awesome. I don't think it's even braided here. Just here we go. We just didn't cut this part. There it is.
Hey, for real, it's not braided. God damn. So, like, he was like, hey, so, like, he went and got the flat top done and was like, hey, watch the tail. like, he had to tell Steve Borden, a grown man, had to walk into a stylist.
Whoa. Bo Ricks, what do you... Just leave that part alone back there. I'm an entertainer.
Hey.
God damn it, woman.
Anybody born after 83 has no idea what you're talking about.
No, they don't.
Bo Ricks, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We're restarting again.
God. Maybe it's just the deal back here, dude. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
No.
It's not the deal back here. It just happens sometimes. We've recorded back here plenty of times when it didn't happen.
Most times. It doesn't happen.
But tonight we're having a rough night. It's all right. Greed.
Because it's spooky season.
Hey,
do we want to watch Greed?
Eventually.
It's 3 hours.
Eventually.
We're not watching that tonight.
Not tonight.
F that noise. And that pay-per-view. Here we go.
What are we at? 140-21.
140-21.
Oh, this match is starting. Sid's got him up. Side breaker. Oh, it's Sting right back up.
Outstanding.
Dude, there's no hope. Like, I sometimes begrudge. I sometimes give Sting more credit than he deserves. There's no way this match is going to be watchable, right? Sting versus Sid?
Hey,
who the fuck is fucking going to carry this match?
I liked Sid.
Bullshit.
I did.
Bull.
I did. In the early 90s, I liked Sid.
Well, yeah,
liked him when he was...
When you were an ignorant fucking child.
I liked him when he was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard and then became Psycho Sid. And then the bloom fell off the rose when he had the worst WrestleMania match I've ever seen. That's not true. With The Undertaker.
The worst That is by far the worst WrestleMania main event.
Oh, main event for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, it's definitely not the worst WrestleMania match. It is by far and away the worst WrestleMania main event.
It's not much worse than him and Hogan at 8. It's also not much worse than that fucking 4-way at 2000.
Oh shit.
Bad, dude.
It is. Listen. You just made an episode.
Okay.
Because we will compare those 3 matches.
Damn.
The three worst.
We could find a couple bad ones other than those.
Not main events. Worst main events. Sid Taker, Sid Hogan, 4-way. Now here's hold on. Actually,
we can't count Drew and Brock, right?
Was that a main event? Yeah, that went on last, didn't it?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Yeah. Or Braun and Goldberg.
Braun and Goldberg did not go on last.
That's true.
Braun and Goldberg did not go on last. So that's why they're safe. Obviously,
Those
worse
are
match.
Awful.
Actually, I think we just.
I don't know that they're worse matches.
Actually, you know what?
Suck.
So here's the thing I'm gonna say. That 4-way.
Hi.
Oh, what's up, kiddo? That 4-way, definitely better than any Sid match. But we are absolutely going to do the 2 Sid main events. Sid main evented WrestleMania twice, motherfucker.
Right?
We are definitely doing an episode comparing those two matches.
Can we also just throw in that match where he broke his leg in half? Because that was on pay-per-view.
I mean, we can
gross.
review that pay-per-view.
I don't want to watch the whole thing. He just kipped up.
Sid?
Yes. Out of a head scissors. Yeah. I would
And he didn't break his leg?
No. No, he thought about his softball swing, but he didn't break a leg or nothing. He just kipped up.
Dude, I wish Sid did more softball swings. I'd be a bigger.
Why would you
I'd be
not
a bigger
leaned
Sid
into that,
fan.
dude?
I'd be a bigger Sid fan because
Like in late WCW shit when he was in the main event. Like, why wouldn't you just?
he broke his leg right away.
Well, yeah, he did.
Like seriously,
big boot
it
off
was
the
like
top rope, that
it was
tends to
like
happen, it
like
seems
the
like.
month before he broke his leg, we all got smart enough to know that he took softball season off, and then he broke his leg and never wrestled again.
So he was the guy who Benoit pinned to win the WCW championship, and then the next day they fired Russo,
right?
and Benoit was like, "I'm out."
Yep.
So he wrestled a little bit after that because he was crowned the champion because he had his foot under the rope.
You were crowned the champion.
Oh, okay. I was.
But I mean, what I'm saying is it
Right,
was like that was when we were all getting smart,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know when he wrestled Benoit for the championship. I didn't know he was counting down the days to a softball season.
But Kevin Sullivan did.
When he broke his leg,
Right.
I knew he had taken that weekend off from softball, and that it was a big deal that Sid was there, right? Like that time in the middle there is exactly the time we all got smart.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This
I
match
feel like
this
the only
match
guy
hasn't been terrible, bro.
No, man. I feel like I'm telling you, like you said, there's nobody to lead this match, and I feel like Sting could do it by this point, and Sid was green, but man, early on Sid was good, dude. He was an athlete.
Early on,
sold.
okay,
He could put on heat. He was big as fuck, and he had a good promo.
okay.
For this point in time, like Sid was a. There's a reason Sid kept getting hired after softball season. you know what I mean? Like,
And I
everybody
think
went back to him.
and I think 90% of that was the look.
Well, he looked great.
And
he cut good promos too.
If you were going to design a professional wrestler, you would design Sid Vicious. Justice. Fucking Sid.
No, I would design Brock
Beauty.
Lesnar, but I'd probably design Sid Udy.
No, you would not. No,
Oh
you
yeah,
would
you're
not.
right. Brock could not talk. You're right.
Brock couldn't talk.
Right.
Brock also, I mean,
you're absolutely
also, okay. If we're gonna really split hairs, Brock and Sid, same dude to design. But listen, if you wanna, like, we can split hairs on body type.
No, that's not even.
Except that both Brock and Sid, both big, lanky, built well, blonde dudes.
That's not at all the point. Brock is a different athlete than anybody who's come before him
Right.
or after.
Right.
And that's the point.
If you were going to design...
If Brock could talk, my God.
Well, but I'm just saying, right?
If Sid could move like Brock, my God.
Sid is built super well. He's a huge dude, and he's got that luxurious blonde fucking hair. If you were going to design a wrestler, you would design Sid Vicious. Brock Lesnar is the same way. Okay, he's big, he's built, he's got long arms and legs, and you know what I mean, like.
But what washes out from that is
the only thing that washes out.
Well, it's not the only thing. It's the two different things. Like when you wash all that out, Sid can talk. Mm-hmm. Brock can fucking work circles around a lot of people, and he's great.
Right.
That's the difference.
And I'm just
meld those two together, like you got the perfect guy, right?
Yes.
I don't want to give Sid or Brock Lesnar credit for
right. That's what I'm like. That's what's hurting my soul right now. You're hurting my soul, Jonesy, because all of a sudden I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about right now? Fuck Sid Vicious. Fuck Brock Lesnar. What are we doing? Good God Almighty. Oh,
reels though, man. That's the prototype right there.
What about fucking?
That's the Vince prototype, right? So
it's the Vince.
Brock Lesnar would have worked in any territory with a manager.
How about Brock? Well, yeah, Brock Lesnar was just Sid, but listen. Okay. A lot of the stuff that you're talking about is stuff that for Brock Lesnar is stuff that doesn't play into being a wrestler. Okay? Like if you, especially in 1990, right? 1990, if you imagined a wrestler, you imagine Hulk Hogan, you imagine Sid, you imagine fucking, and you know, a guy like Brock Lesnar, because all you're thinking is like a big dude who's built well, fucking, like that's it, right? Like that, like you design a big dude who built well. Maybe he's got blonde hair, maybe he's got brown hair, maybe he's fucking got the fucking Fu Manchu Hogan stash, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So these guys, like, they're just that guy. Now, we know that Brock Lesnar is this amazing athlete who fucking did MMA and whooped dude's ass in MMA and whatever else.
But that's not what we knew Brock Lesnar as. Like, he was this 20 years ago.
Is my point. Sid and Brock Lesnar. Was Brock Lesnar a better worker than Sid? Yes. But if you were designing a pro wrestler, like imagine you're making a movie about professional wrestling, you are going to imagine a dude who is big, who is built well, with fucking and maybe he's and the hair is beyond that. So like Sid Vicious has luxurious blonde hair and his face looks rugged. Like, yeah, he looks exactly like the kind of wrestler you would imagine. If Brock Lesnar showed up on your movie set to audition, you'd be like, man, this guy looks just like a fucking what I thought of as a pro wrestler. If Hulk Hogan showed up. Oh. Good God Almighty.
Good job, Stinger. He had to leap 22 feet to get to him. Not really. Those are 18-foot rings.
Okay.
Whoa!
Sting just sidkicked fucking Nick Patrick.
Nick Patrick. He doesn't know who that is.
No, this match is out of control.
Yeah.
There's
Flair's
a Horseman
out here for no reason.
And Anderson.
No.
Sid is a Horseman right now.
I
know.
No,
you don't. You got confused.
Reason. I'm stupid.
You got confused because you're old and stupid.
I am.
They're out there because Sid is a Horseman.
Horseman. Pronounce it correctly, please.
That's my bad.
God damn it. You guys get in the ring. Nobody else is in here, and we don't have any cameras back there. Oh, here they come.
Here comes Sting.
Sid's begging off.
Hey, remember a year ago when Sting was a Horseman?
Yep.
Sting was never a real Horseman. He was just They just did that for storyline stuff. Over.
What?
Sting picks
Did
up.
Somebody hook his
No.
Nothing?
Sting picks up Sid Vicious for the body slam. Sting's too heavy.
That guy's talking into his fucking tape recorder.
That's
back
Crime
there.
Fighter.
It's crime fighters here.
Sid Vicious is too heavy for
he's
Sting.
As mad as we are.
Hey, Sting's gone. Hey, Sting is so mad right now. Sting,
what the fuck was that?
Dude, Sting. Oh, there's Sting. All right, here he comes. Come back for your revenge, Sting. Can you believe it?
What's
you
on
lost.
your wrist?
You lost fair and square. Your tape is hanging off.
No, that sucked ass. Why are we dropping balloons? What's going on, guys?
Fucking punches, dude.
Sting's turning heel.
Stinger splash.
Wait, what? Dust. We can't hear the commentary. We don't know what's going on. Randy Anderson raised his hand. Nick Patrick raised his hand.
All right, hold on. We're definitely going to get... So we're confused. So we watch these shows without sound on. So we don't know what's going on.
That's a problem.
Right now, Sting came in, picked up Sid. Sid was too heavy. They counted the 3. Sting rolled out of the ring. Then the match restarted. Sting came back. He punched Sid 3 times and gave him a Stinger splash and then pinned him. And now Sting is the world champ. Well, okay, here's... Oh, it was a fake Sting! Was there a fake Sting? Look, okay, so here's 2 Stings.
So they went out in the crowd. Oh, my God.
Why was there a fake Sting?
And why did the fucking refs know?
Did the fake Sting come in? Hey, Paul Heyman's as mad as I am right now.
He's as mad as I am, too, and I hope he calls his mom.
Hold on. Excuse me. That's not Paul Heyman. That's Paulie Dangerously.
My bad.
Paul Dangerously is mad as I am right now.
Call your mother.
What the fuck is happening?
Hey, Jim Ross.
Yeah, shut up,
React
Jim Ross.
to that.
You suck.
React to that. You need to practice.
Okay, Jonesy, the show is older. Rewind that shit.
You?
Hey, credits.
Jim Hurd.
Producers, Keith Mitchell, Jim Ross.
Craig Leathers.
All right, rewind that shit. What the fuck?
To where? Here?
This is good.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so here's the Horseman. Horseman distracting fucking Nick Patrick.
Oh, we found a different Sting, guys.
That's definitely not what they're saying.
No, they did.
Horseman distracting Nick Patrick. Okay, that's definitely the fake Sting.
Why didn't we notice
So
that?
they fucking...
He doesn't even have a rat tail. What's wrong with us?
Oh, it's a 3 count. Okay.
We're simpletons.
Hold on. No,
We're simpletons. He didn't have a feathered rat tail at all.
Also, fuck that finish.
That
fuck
guy's
you.
telling his tape recorder.
Fuck
this
you,
is
Sid.
Awful.
Fuck you, Sid.
And Brock Lesnar's back there in the sumo shirt behind Nick Patrick.
So the fake Sting comes in with Sid Vicious, picks him up and he's too heavy, falls back on him. Fake pin. 1, 2, 3. Here's the real Sting. What?
Why would you not show that on camera?
And now Nick Patrick realizes... Dude, fuck this. Who booked this shit?
I want to fight somebody.
Hey, Jonesy. Who booked this shit?
Dude.
What about... Hold on.
What about what?
Let's talk for a second.
That's the drizzling shits,
Let's
dude.
talk for a second.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Let's talk for a second.
Okay.
This show has been great all the way through.
Yeah.
And
even that match was good.
Even that match
With
was
Sid in it.
watchable. And then they finish on that bullshit? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened right now?
I don't know.
What the fuck? The double fuck.
Pumpkinhead. Let's see. We're going to have a fake thing come out and...
Good God almighty.
Babies. Gonna come out and he gonna come through the crowd and... God damn, dude. And then this is where we see it. It's on a replay. But meanwhile, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And he didn't even knock Sting down. He just went back the fuck in the crowd.
He just ran around Sting in a circle. And Sting's like, I don't know who booked that shit. What the fuck?
Paul Heyman's going to call his mom because that's the only person who can answer on that cordless phone. And Jim Ross is practicing for 30 years later.
Guys, thank you for joining us tonight on this spooky Halloween weekend.
Oh, it is spooky.
It's a Halloween weekend. Man, Jonesy, 3 weeks of Halloween Havoc.
Awesome.
I remember one of them, and it was...
I remember half of one.
And it was great until the very end.
Remember 1.5 of them.
Guys, thank you for joining us so much. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you are listening to us on your favorite podcast app, make sure to rate us, leave us a review. We are obviously available on your favorite podcasting app, whether it's Stitcher, fucking Podbean, whatever.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Head over to drunkrasslin.com, where this guy is.
Do you think we can still? Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Facebook, Twitter, all them places. We're at Drunk Rasslin, DRUNKRASSLIN. And guys, you know what? It has been a great Halloween season. I love Halloween season. I always watch. I love horror. October's great, man.
October's awesome.
It's a great month. And this has been a great month. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Next week, something special. It's November.
What happens in November?
What happens in November? Make sure you drink responsibly so that you can find out what happens this November on the Drunk Rasslin Podcast. Until then, we raise this glass to you guys. The worst.
Why did you do that?
It
was a trick.
Because I hate us.
It was a dirty trick.
Because I hate us.
That was habanero and hell.
Watermelon.
It's not watermelon. It's like mandarin or
mango.
Fuck
mango
you.
habanero.
Fuck mango. My name is Mango. Fuck mango.
And I miss you like the desert miss the rain. And I miss you